Hey everybody, welcome to my usual me, and welcome back to Life is Feudal, the MMO. Now, there's been some news released, and I want to go ahead and share it with you about the new iteration of Life is Feudal, the MMO, and I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section below after I show you what I have to show you, and we can talk about it. All right, guys. Well, as you can see, that was Silva Sub Rosa. That was the village we built a year ago, and over a year ago, and all the guildies have gone away. They're still a part of the guild, but it's been Monogard and myself that have been keeping the village alive for the last year. And it's an everyday thing. I go in every single day and I feed the sheep, and I shear the sheep, and I get the wool packs, and I feed and I sell them to the crown just so we can pay for the monument, so our village didn't burn. And I've kept it alive for a year, hoping that Life is Feudal would come up with something like this. This came out a couple days ago. I want to go over it, and I want to see. There's not a lot of information here, but there's enough that we can talk about it. So they're going to come out with it with an update, and it's going to be more than an update. It looks like it's going to be a complete overhaul. So because nobody's playing this game anymore. I mean, there are people playing the game, but most of them are just going in just to keep their territories alive, keeping their claims alive, and all the guildies are like gone away. There's a few instance battles, I'm sure, on the PvP, but they're still tweaking them. A year later, they still haven't gotten their act together. So hopefully this is them getting their act together. Tell me what you think. So rare resources. They give it new rare region-based resources and crafting tweaks. Not a lot to be told, and there's not a lot to be said about this. I mean, I don't know what the region-based resources are going to be. Are they going to have, only certain resources to be found in the desert? Some of them to be found in the forest. We kind of still have that because we have, the regional recipes and regional items that come out of our region. So that's nothing new. So I don't know. Crafting tweaks, they're going to change the crafting system, I guess. So hopefully that's going to be good. Hopefully it's less grindy. Natives, we've been waiting for this. They have to wipe everything because they have to put villages on the map. Okay, they have to do it. There's going to be a map wipe because where they have to put villages in, and if somebody's territory is there, they have to put the villages in. They can't put it where somebody's already got a claim. So otherwise, you'll claim the native camp. You can't have that. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to wipe the entire map. Just get used to it. We're all going to lose our territory. We're all going to lose our claims. They're going to have to wipe the map. And to do that, but I think this is a good idea. The natives are a great idea. But if you go on like the PvP server, it's completely claimed. Any PvP server is completely claimed from all sides. There's no land left. So very little. If there's any, there's very little. So at least the last time I checked, it might have changed. So anyway, they're going to have to wipe the maps to do this, and so expect it. It's going to happen. Tell me if I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong, if I am. How they could do this and not have this be a problem with the existing claims. I don't see any other way. So anyway, that brings me to, we're going to pass by the new map for a second. Territories and taxes. So then we have the new system of fiefs and provinces with their controls and taxation. I think this is a great idea. I think, you're going to be able to bring in people that aren't necessarily in your guild. If they don't want to be in your guild, you can give them a piece of land. You can tax them. They can be under your protection, but they don't have to necessarily be a part of your guild. You don't have to give them all the rights that your guild has, but they can still be on. They can still have a piece of land that they can come up to you and you can say, hey, look, there's no land left. Can I please have a piece of land? And you can tax me, and you can do that, and you can become their lord, and that'd be great. You protect them. They give you tax, and then it helps you with your monument and your payment. So I think it's a great idea. New progression system. We've been needing this forever. We've been talking about this. It's a job. We don't want a job. We want a game we can play that we can walk away from for a week and come back and not have everything burning. Experience and offline skills leveling progression mechanics. They're going to change it. Hopefully they make it easier. So it makes it easier to level, and it makes it less cost effective. It makes it more cost effective to be able to go on freaking vacation, for God's sake. You can't go on vacation in this game because if you do, then your stuff's going to burn. I have to go in every single day and feed my sheep and clean out the stalls. I could put them in the warehouse, sure, but then how am I going to make any money? I don't make enough money to get a surplus because you can't sell gold and silver to the crown anymore. They've messed that up, which brings me to reworking the trade system. They're going to rework and fix the trading system and its interfaces and buy orders. Hopefully, I can sell regional items to other servers. That would be amazing. But I don't think there's going to be other servers. I think there's going to be a European server. There's going to be a North American server. I think that's all there's going to be. I don't think you're going to be able to cross over over the ocean. I think we're going to have one American server and one European server, and you're going to have to choose which one you want to live on, and that'll be that. You can live on both. I'm sure you can have characters on both and play on both. But I think they're going to make it to where you're going to be able to trade your regionals, but you're going to have so many more regionals that the map is going to be so much bigger that it's just going to be one North American and one European, like Atlas has done. I think that's how they're going to do it here. Now, counselors. We've reworked them to be more friendly both to new and old players. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. That's a new skill tree. Okay, reworked the skill trees to be more friendly both to new and old players. Well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here because I wanted to go to the counselors first, but let's do this. I think the idea here is that they're going to make it less grindy for us. I hope so. Like I said, it's been a job. We don't want a job, guys. If you're watching this, we want a game we can play and walk away from for a week. All right, you got to give us some breathing room so that we can do some other things. All right, it's too much. It's too much. You're making it too hard on us. That's why no one is playing your game for the most part. And when I say no one, I mean 85% of your player base is gone compared to what it was a year ago when you started. No one's buying your subscriptions. No one's buying your skins. No one's buying your power hours. You might be buying tools, but that's just because that's a decent thing to buy. No one's buying your stuff. I'm convinced of it. Now, I don't know what your numbers are. I don't know what their numbers are, but I'm convinced that no one is buying their stuff. They have to redo it. There's a total rework. You have to listen to your people. Hopefully, this is you listening to your people. Hopefully, guys, this is them listening to us. Counselors, I like this. Veteran players helping newcomers for a premium reward. I really like this because what this tells me, I think, speaking of power hours and subscriptions and whatnot, if I, as a veteran player, can teach a new player or someone that doesn't know a skill, if I can give them a power hour by spending, say, 5 minutes with them, or even a couple minutes with them, to tutor them, and it gives them a power hour for an hour, so they can go and they can level up their skill. That's an excellent mechanic if that's what they're doing here. I'm hoping that's what they're doing here. I'm excited about this if this is what they're doing. I think that it is. And you could cross stack this with your guildies so that you could actually level fairly quickly, relatively speaking, compared to what we can do right now. Well, okay, and let's go back up to the big one. This is the big elephant in the room, the new map, guys. New significantly bigger map. 1,296 square kilometers versus 441 square kilometers with corrections of flaws from the old map. Now, this is 3 times the size of the regular map. Already, it took 2.5 hours to run from where the spawn point to where you needed to be. You had to run, literally, for 2.5 hours to get to your guild, for the most part. Unless you happened to be lucky and lived close to a spawn. For most of us, it took 2 to 4 hours to run to our guilds. No lie. Each and every character. And I have 10 characters. So that tells you how many hours I spent running to my house, to my camp. They're going to make this 3 times that size. We got to run for 12 hours now. There better be more spawn points. I'm telling you. There better be additional spawn points that aren't on the edge of the map, that are scattered throughout the map, that you can't build on. And you can't, surround, because then you lock people in. Hopefully that's a thing. I don't know how they're going to fix that, but anyway, it's going to be a bigger map, which tells me they're going to wipe everything. They're going to wipe everything. But are they going to wipe the characters? Or are they going to give us credit? Are they going to give us credit if they do? This is what it goes back to the new skill tree. It says rework to be more friendly both to new and old players. The old players is the key word here. Okay, old players tell me that they may not wipe the characters. They may be able to keep our characters, but they're going to wipe the guilds. They're going to wipe not the guilds, but they're going to wipe the land claims. They're going to wipe all the monuments. Everything's. They're just going to wipe the entire map. They're going to destroy the maps, They're going to make a European server and an American server. That's going to be it. It's going to be 3 times the size of the maps as they are now. They're going to consolidate everybody because they have to. And that's going to make it cheaper for them to run. And it's going to be a big enough area, I hope, for all of us to play on. And hopefully we'll bring back the players. I don't know. What do you guys think? But Life is Feudal 0.2.0. What do you think? Do you think it's going to work? Do you think it's going to bring people back? Would you come back? Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I have a channel that's based on video games, so I'm going to make content on this when it comes out. We'll see how much content I can make out of it, or how grindy it's going to be. Hopefully it's easier. Hopefully it's better. But yeah, tell me what you think, guys, and I appreciate you watching. As I always say, I am my usual me. You be your usual you. We'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.